Hello, everybody. Welcome to another edition of HRD 630. And first of all, before we get into the week 3 materials to do and the ideas, I'd like to thank everybody for attending the Zoom session today. I thought that it was wonderful that we got to actually get together, come up with a plan, and discuss some of the ideas and assignments that we have in the course. So I appreciate everybody showing up and being attentive for the hour and 15 minutes. And I think we will have just an absolutely wonderful class going forward. And I look forward to the remaining weeks, which are many of them, and also hearing everybody's presentation and then hearing everybody's facilitation. So we'll have plenty of time to talk about that. So for the next few minutes, I'd like to just focus quickly on week number 3. I think this week is a very interesting one. We really look at the differences between teaching and facilitation. Now, teaching, you may have some preconceived ideas versus facilitation. You also may have some preconceived ideas. A number of years ago, I was leading a workshop, and one of my colleagues who was he had been there for a long time, came up to me after leading the workshop. It was really a facilitation. I was using a facilitation method that primarily used open-ended questions. We used group work and flip charts and everything above. And it really was to solicit input from everybody that was there. I was truly the facilitator. Now, this person came up to me after the workshop and told me in no uncertain terms that he thought I needed to be more forceful, and I needed to be more of a teacher. And he was quite adamant about that, and he was quite harsh in his critique. We discussed it for a while, and we both moved on with life. But I think this highlighted the actual tension that does exist between the two. One, facilitation in certain circles is viewed as a little more wishy-washy versus teaching is kind of, to me, a teacher-centered top-down approach. So they both have their place. They both have their place in adult education and with adult learning. But today or this week, we will explore the tension that exists between them. So what are we going to be doing this week? Let me come right down here. The course goals that are related to this week are right here. And then we have the actual to-do list right in here. Take a look at that. I do not need to go over that. You know how this works. I'm just trying to show everybody where everything is. Now, this week, we do have an online discussion, and I'll show you that in a minute. I'd also like you to begin reading chapters 1 to 6 in Brookfield book. Okay, so where do we find the actual discussion? So I'm going to go out of here. I'm going to stay in the module 1. Let me go back. Come right down here. You can see week 3 and week 3. I have to make this. Now that is visible. So here is our discussion forums. They are going to be facilitated by fellow students, peer discussion leaders, Meg and Sophie. So how do we get there? We click on Meg and Sophie. And here are the 2 prompts. The first one will be discussion prompt 1. This will be facilitated by Meg. Second one by Sophie. So what I'd like you to do is when you are responding, if you would be, there's not separate forums for each one of these discussion prompts. You might want to put in, if you can respond to both of them in the same discussion post that you do, or you can have separate discussion posts, meaning you can say Kevin's response to discussion post number 1, and then you can enter that as a separate post, and Kevin's discussion post to question number 2 or prompt number 2. And you can put it that way. So either way you want to do it. If you want to put your answers in one discussion post, that's fine. But if you want to create two, that's fine. It's just like last week, there were certain people that put combine 1 and 3, and 2 they put in a separate one, or there were certain people that had actually 3 different posts. It is up to you. So that is really what we have to do this week. I do want to tell everybody and thank everybody once again for your active participation. I will send out a poll by midweek with some dates in it, so you can fill out a doodle poll and sign up for the peer facilitation in upcoming weeks. The format will be the same for that. I will pick the prompts, and then our 2 discussion leaders. We have 10 people in our class. We have 2 per week, so that means in 5 weeks we will cover the materials. I will also clean up our weekly I'll clean up the syllabus, but I'll also clean up the schedule so it reflects that we are just meeting. We're going to have 2 presentation Zoom days, both on Saturdays, and we are going to keep our original times from 10 o'clock to 3 o'clock. So I will reiterate that. And in the next couple of weeks, probably in the next week or so, I will send out, once again, a sign up so you can, if you want to go first, you can. Something that we have so we know that person A, B, and C, they're going to be going 1, 2, and 3, and we'll go from there. So once again, I thank everybody. I hope you had a great remainder of your Saturday and you have a wonderful weekend. If you have any questions, please let me know. I am here to help. See you later.